Right, we're going to finish putting things together now. Remove your buchigani from your stew, and then you need to use a holy spoon, pick out your pieces of meat into a separate clean pan. What you can do is pour it into a bowl or something if that makes it easier for you. Okay, and then pick out the pieces of meat. That's what we want. You've got enough for 2 portions here. So that's about it. Then we strain the sauce to get rid of that vegetable that's been cooking for over an hour and a half. So that's that. Now, separately, what I did was I took a couple of rashers of bacon and I've cut them into lardons and I've fried them in a little bit of olive oil, and then we put them in some paper to get rid of the grease when they're browned. They can go into your stew now. And also in here I did for my 2 portions 6 button onions, which I've left the tops and bottoms intact, shown you this before. Peel them off, but leave the bottom root intact and the top stalk, so they should look like that. Okay, and they're fried off in a little bit of oil with a teaspoonful of sugar and a knob of butter, and also the same do with the mushrooms, so you should have a nice glazed colour. Make sure your onions are cooked by putting a knife in. The knife should go in like that. If it's rock hard, that's not good. Okay, so we've got that ready, and also my ratatouille is coming up to heat. So I'm just going to make sure my stew is hot, and then we'll serve. Get closer. So always make sure things are hot. At the same time, my rice is now 20 minutes. Be very, very careful. This has been in the oven for 20 minutes. Red hot, as is the lid. So lift off your cartouche, and it should be clean. Put a knob of butter in there. Just fork that through. That will help it to stick when you turn it out in your tan bowl. Okay, so the rice is going there. Use a bit of this stock here, which has got a nice flavour in my stew. So that's coming up to temperature. And the big one for temperature must be my ratatouille. That must be over 75 degrees. Okay, so I've got 2 nice clean hot plates here, and I have 2 tan bowls, which I'm going to pack with rice. Carefully put these at 12 o'clock on your plate, so it's at the top in the middle. Leave your ramekins or whatever you're going to use on the plates until such times as you get to the hot plate, because if you knock it, or someone knocks into you, it's all going to go pear-shaped. Okay, so I've got my 2 plates ready. To distribute your meat, make sure you go over the top of the plate and then release it so you don't get it all around the outside, so you've got to clean again. So these two should be evenly spaced. Sauce. My ratatouille. You need 2 portions in a dish. With a piece of maybe some basil or something on top to garnish. And my garnish for my beef will be my bacon, which is already in there, plus button onions and button mushrooms. Ready to go. Okay, and we should be looking at temperature around 75 degrees minimum for this, and these should be at around 65. Okay, so there you have 2 portions of beef bourguignon. Maybe the only thing I would do different is perhaps put this into a bowl rather than a plate, because that's more of a stewy type way of serving, yeah? And that's me done.